So Romy and Teju looked at each other in the glow of the fire. They hadn't known each other very well before, but now they felt that they had been friends for years. So this is how the story ends up. So in the last line, you can see that Romy and Teju, they knew each other, but they were not very well known. But at the end, they felt that they have been friends for years. And this is how your story ends up. Now, let's do read and write. You have to number these events in order in which they occur in the story, right? So, just see, they are all jumbled up. So, you can do like this. Number 1, you can just write, Romy spotted smoke rising from behind the distant line of trees. Then what happened? The smoke was thicker now and the Romy caught the smell of the burning timber. Several pheasants rose in the air and landed in front of Romy's oncoming bicycle. A herd of deer crossed the road and Romy had to stop until they had passed. Romy met Teju, who was hurrying home with his cans of milk. An elephant was standing in the middle of the road. When Romy and Teju reached the bridge, they saw that it was on fire. Romy and Teju felt like that they had been friends for years. So you have to simply arrange these events in order, right, in which the story occurs. Now let's answer these questions. The first one is, how did Romy notice the forest fire? How he noticed? So Romy noticed the fire. Which fire? The forest fire, when he spotted smoke rising from behind the distant line of trees. Okay. The next one, what was the weather like before the forest fire broke out? You have to simply tell about the weather. So, you simply write down that it was the middle of the way and it hadn't rained for several weeks. The grass was brown and the leaves of the trees were covered with dust. This is what you have to write because they have simply asked you for the weather, right? Why was Romy in a hurry to go home? Why he was in a hurry to go home? So Romy was in a hurry to get home because his father wasn't keeping well. His father was ill, you can say. The doctor had given him some pills for his father which he needed to take home. So that's for the reason he was in a hurry. Which part of the bicycle ride did Romy enjoy the most and why? Just write down that pedaling on the edge of the forest was the part of the bicycle ride that Romy enjoyed the most. Why? Because the wind would reach, wind was rushing very fast that time and blowing his hair about his face and making his shirt blow out behind him. He was simply enjoying the wind, right? He enjoyed the wind and this was the best part he enjoyed. What was the first indication of danger when Romy fell? What was the first indication? So the road was usually deserted. Deserted means empty and it was filled with wild creatures fleeing for the forest and this was the first indication of danger, of course. Now see the next one. Who was Teju? So Teju was only 8 or 9, a couple of younger than Romy. And the next part, how did Romy met him? So Romy actually had come to deliver milk to some road workers, but the workers had left at the first sign of the forest fire. And Romy met Teju when he was hurrying home with his cans of milk. Okay. Now answer with reference to the context. It will be getting dark soon. You should better spend the night at my home. Let's see the first one. Why does the speaker make an offer to the listener to stay at his home? Why? Because it was getting to get dark soon and they had spotted a forest fire in the distance and that is for the reason he asked him to stay back at his home. Next one. What was the emergency? Romy's father was not well and the doctor had given him some pills, right? And so that was an emergency for which Romy has to go back. Did the listener stay back? No, the listener did not stay back. Isn't it? He said that I have to go back home to take, because I have to give the medicine to my father. Now see the next one. Keep beating your milk cans so that the animals will know we are coming. My bell doesn't make enough noise. Who is the speaker? Who is the speaker? Where is the speaker? Not who. First one is where is the speaker? The speaker is in the middle of the forest. Right? Who is he speaking to? So he is speaking with Teju. Next one. Why was it necessary to beat the milk cans? It was necessary to beat the milk cans in order to alert the animals from coming in the way of their bicycles. Isn't it? So it was simply necessary to beat the cans just to keep the animals alert, right? That they were coming in the way of the bicycle, in the way the animals should come to know before they come that they are just proceeding. Now, see, think and write. Complete this table. Now, effect of the forest fire on the plants. Of course, trees will caught fire and fell to the ground, and branches and leaves will get burned. So this will be effect on the plants. Then what will affect the forest on the animals? Birds, they started rushing and the air was filled with cries. The parrots, the jungle crows, owls and magpies. A few animals became unconscious also due to the heat and smoke. This was the effect. This is what they are saying. They have to simply tell what was the effect of the forest on the plants. So you came to know that the branches and leaves, they got burned and trees got fire and fell down. So then you have to tell the effect of the forest animals. So they all rushed, they made cries, and they also became unconscious due to the heat. Then effect of the fire forest on the people. The people, like the road workers, when they saw, they flew away. They left and went out. Okay. Now, what kind of boy was Rumi? You have to simply pick up the 5 qualities from which the box is from within the box. You have to simply pick up the quality of which boy? Rumi. So you can say first one is caring. Why? He helped Teju to get home. This is for the reason you are saying that he is caring. He was caring because he helped Teju to get home. Then dutiful. He rushed home because his father was ill. Right? This word shows that he was a very dutiful boy. Then kind. Why? Because he helped Teju and was thoughtful towards his father also. Then a good friend. He was a good friend, isn't it? He took care of Teju. Then wise. He was able to find his way through the forest and reach home safely. So all these words, wise, a good friend, kind, beautiful, caring, all these words, these are the quality words you can say for Rumi, and you simply describe why you are saying that he was caring, why he was beautiful, why he was kind, why he was a good friend, right? How can you say that he was wise? So all these sentences with the words, you have simply explained why you have put up these words. Got it? Now see, Rumi was on his home. He encountered various hindrances on the way, labeled the hurdles and explained how he overcame them. Just name the animals. You can simply write the hares. He saw the hares, monkeys, pheasants, deer, python, elephants, jackal. Then bridge on fire. All these things. These are all the hurdles which he faced. Okay. Then the vocabulary words. You see, these are all the idioms. Idioms actually have some other literal meaning, right? Just see, at the drop of a hat. What is the meaning of it? That without hesitation. It means without hesitation. Sit on a fence. Sit on a fence means avoid making a decision or choice, right? Avoid making decision or choice. Sit on the fence. Are you getting it? The first one is without hesitation. Third one, steal someone's thunder. Steal someone's thunder means win praise for oneself by using someone else's ideas. Then, fourth one, barking up the wrong tree. Barking up the wrong tree means pursuing a mistaken course of action. Pursuing a mistaken course of action. Next one, feel a bit under the weather. Feel a bit under the weather means feel slightly unwell or in low spirits. Okay? And sixth one, every cloud has a silver lining means every difficult situation has a hopeful aspect. Is it clear? So first one is D, right? Second one is E. Got it? Third one is F. You can write. Then fourth is A. Okay. Fifth is B. And sixth is C. So these are all the idioms, and this is actually the literal meaning. Got it? So I'm omitting the grammar section from this chapter right now. Okay, and till here I think the chapter is clear to all of you. There is no confusion. Still, if you have, you can ask me. Okay, children, bye bye then.